Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Modern Warfare 3. Today we have some very bizarre news to go over. News that I don't even entirely understand myself, but on the surface, it seems like good riddance. It seems like you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, and it seems like karma catching up to cheaters. But if you dive a bit deeper into it, it seems like it gets a bit more complicated as you dive deeper into the story. So let's just go ahead and jump into this. About 48 hours ago, it was reported that over 3 million Battle.net accounts and over 500,000 Activision accounts were compromised. Charlie Intel puts his tweet out right here saying, reports have claimed that a cheat provider for games, including Call of Duty, was compromised with users who purchased the cheats having their personal information stolen. The cheat reportedly had malware that stole information. Sources confirm Activision Blizzard servers were not compromised. If you bought a cheat and had your information compromised, it was not something that happened with your COD account. It was the cheat that was downloaded. And then Activision Blizzard reached out to Charlie Intel. They put out a statement saying that the Activision Blizzard servers are secure and they're uncompromised. They say to enable two-factor authentication, follow the best recommended practices, reset your password, and of course reach out to Activision support if you think your account may be compromised. So on the surface, that is hilarious, right? That is absolutely just karma. These people are buying cheats in COD. Not only like cheating in COD, that's one thing, but paying money to cheat in COD. There's something just so extra scummy about that. I'm actually okay with cheating in video games, believe it or not, as long as it doesn't affect other people, man. If you want to mod the hell out of Borderlands 2 and have all the best weapons possible, who cares, right? You're playing it single player. If you want to ruin your Fallout experience by like just adding in a ridiculous amount of cheats and mods to make the game just ridiculously easy, that's on you. If you want to do that with your single player game, that's fine. If you start affecting other players, however, that's when you're a scumbag, that's when you're a shitlord, and that's when your account should be compromised and you shouldn't be allowed to play with us honest folk who are trying to enjoy our online video game, right? So on the surface, it's pretty hilarious. These people who are actually paying for cheats get their accounts compromised, they get their personal information stolen, and honestly, I doubt anything real is going to happen with that information. I mean, it's probably just something that's going to scare some of these people a bit. I have read that apparently some of the malware was crazy enough that it started draining people's like Bitcoin accounts and things like that. I don't know too much about how all that works. I'm not a crypto guy, but apparently this is where it gets a bit more complicated because not everyone who has been affected was actually somebody who downloaded a cheat, but rather they downloaded other things that aren't necessarily cheating, but it kind of toes the line, right? So there's people out there who downloaded things like certain VPNs or maybe different pieces of software that apparently will improve your latency. I don't know too much about that, but apparently some of those things as well can infect the account of the user, and then your personal information is now compromised. So I think ultimately what it comes down to is don't try to just add extra stuff to your video games, especially when we're talking about online video games, right? A game like Fallout, I keep bringing it up because it's a game that I've modded all the hell over the years. Like I really do enjoy the Fallout franchise, and there you have Nexus mods. It's very simple. You download Nexus mods, you download your mods right from there. Even more simply, if you have a game like Black Ops 3 where you want to download custom zombies maps, you have it right there in the Steam Workshop. Those things are one thing, right? But when you're downloading things like VPNs or software that will improve your latency or claim to improve your latency, or things that were reported like controller boosting software. What is a controller boosting software? I don't even have any idea. I'll put links to all the info down there in the description. When you're downloading all that extra stuff to affect your online game, like you know what you're getting yourself into. You're definitely putting yourself at risk by downloading all this random stuff to your computer to try to make it so your KD goes up a little bit, man. Like just play the game normally and you're not going to put yourself at risk. It's pretty much really that simple. But on the flip side of things, the people that actually were paying for cheats, you're not going to get sympathy from me, man. You're not going to get any sympathy from anybody. You are paying money to ruin the online experience of other people. Like you are actively being a douchebag and trying to ruin the experience of other players. If you want to ruin the experience of other players in an online game, here's the thing. Play the game more, get better at it, be better than them, and that'll make them mad. But instead, people don't even want to put in that effort. They just want to make other people mad without having to get good at the game. So rather, they just pull out their credit card and buy cheats to just effectively do the same thing that you can do if you were just actually good at the game. Like, I don't understand the mindset behind it. I really don't. But I definitely thought this news story was interesting here. Again, it came out about 48 hours ago. I've been trying to keep up with all the X-Defiant news and all the Modern Warfare 3 Season 3 news. So it kind of fell on the back burner there a little bit. But definitely some pretty interesting news in my opinion. opinion. And again, Activision Blizzard is working with a number of these compromised accounts to try to get them sorted out, because technically, apparently, they did not break the terms of service. So we're gonna have to wait and see how it plays out. But ultimately, it looks like karma has come back to bite the people who paid to cheat in Call of Duty in the ass a little bit. And I think that is some pretty good news for the overall Call of Duty community. So ladies and gentlemen, that is all for this news update video here today. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave your thoughts and feedback down there in the comments. Thank you all so much for listening, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.